Hey, this is Rob Leo, and in this tutorial we're going to continue to look at the new Flipgrid, once again summer 2018. In the previous video you saw how to set up your grid, set up your account and your privacy settings, and you saw how to create a topic within a grid. Here's that topic. There's the video that students can watch first. There's the tip that I added. And when it comes time, students are going to chime in by responding. So what I did is I copied the flip code for this. So one technique I could use as a teacher is just simply to click on the flip code to view things as a student, and that'll open up a new tab and we can log in with Google, etc. What I'm going to do is actually use a student account. So if we were to share this topic, again, here's the link to the topic itself. In the previous tutorial, you saw how I was able to copy the link to the topic, but also to the grid in general. What I'm going to do next is just open up a student screen. And I am going to simply paste in that link. So the grid is locked. I don't have the password. I didn't create a password. Instead, we're simply going to log in with Google. We're going to use the westgenesee.org account because when we set up the grid, we said to connect all users within the domain, and sure enough, it works. So no password required, but rather using the westgenesee.org email domain is the way to protect your grids from outsiders. If you did have a public topic, you wouldn't necessarily need a password either way. I didn't put instruction in here, but I did add a video. Kids can consume the video right here.
Hello, learned and astonishingly attractive.
If they want, they can open it in a new window, or they can just X out of it when they're done watching. There's my prompt, although I didn't really make a prompt. And now as a student, I'm simply going to click the plus sign. You guys are going to get to see how the sausage is made here. So looking at my camera, all I have to do is click record, but notice I could look at some options. So if I want to change the camera size to a square, I could change it to a square. This is great for like Instagram, for example. I'm going to leave things as is. As far as audio, do I want it to capture audio? Of course I do. That's the whole point. I'm going to leave audio on. If you wanted to, you could import a video. So if you wanted to pre-record something, you could also add that to your grid as well. It can be an MOV, which is great for Apple users. It can be MP4, which is great for everybody else. Or it can be WebM, which is great for Chrome users because when you make screencasts, they're saved as WebM format, and you could download those to your computer. I'm not going to import a video. I'm going to record live, so let's just return to the video. Another cool feature is the sticky note feature. So if you want kids to kind of like type a script, they could add notes to themselves before they actually record things. Notice too, this works on phones. So if you have a front-facing and a rear-facing camera, you can flip the camera to capture other stuff, not just yourself. So lots of new features. This is all relatively new. I'm going to click the record button. It looks like the three colors, red, yellow, and green, are my 3, 2, 1 countdown. So now I'm recording live. How about that? I think I said I had up to a minute to record what I wanted to do. My sticky is here, so if I need to read my script, I could do that. If I want to start over and redo it, I click the trash. If I need to pause for a moment, I simply click pause. And then if I need to continue recording, it just picks up where I left off. So there is the option of pausing what you're recording. When you're all done, you're going to click next. It looks like the three colors, red, yellow, and green, are my 3, 2, 1 countdown. So now I'm recording live. How about that? I think I said I had up to a minute to record what I wanted to do. My sticky is here, so if I need... All right, so it looks like you can add more to this. I've got some more time left. If you need to trim the video, it looks like you could trim it, so you can do some basic editing. If you want to add a title, you can add a title. You can also attach stuff. So if you needed to attach a link, attach a link. And again, I'm not going to trim anything. Looks like you can download. So if you need to save this video to your local computer, you could do that as well. When we're all set, we're going to click next. And now it's time to snap a selfie. As far as options go, you can select a frame. You can drag to select a frame for your selfie. In other words, you can pick a frame of the video to be like the placeholder for your Flipgrid video, or you can import an image if you don't want to take a selfie. I'm just going to take a selfie. And the fun part comes next, because you can draw on your selfie if you wanted to have some handwritten stuff. Kids love doing this. You can also add stickers. So let's say I want to add some glasses to my glasses. You can drag this stuff over. You can resize it. You can put it where you want. All sorts of fun stuff here. I would give the kids some time to play with this stuff before you do anything too serious, because they're going to have a lot of time to, or they're going to want a lot of time to look at all this extra stuff they can add to their selfie. When you're all set, you click next, and now it's complete. What we'll do next is look at the teacher view. You don't see anything yet because this is a moderated Flipgrid topic. In other words, a teacher has to approve. So what does the teacher see? Let's close this and let's refresh the page. And now you can see this is inactive. A student has submitted. If I want to review it, I just simply click the student's name and I can preview it. Looks like the three colors, red. You can add the mic drop emoji if you want. Looks like you can also, there's the link to the westgenesee.org domain. If you want to have a discussion or reply to it, you could have a video response. You just need to allow your camera when prompted, and you could reply back. This is just a reply to the video. This is just a reply. You're going to take your selfie once again. And again, the reply is now pending approval. Looks like the three colors. Any editing that needs to be done? Right now, again, this is inactive. If I want everyone to see it, I'm simply going to change that from inactive to active. That's the way you moderate the posts. And then you can update the response. As far as actions go, you can download the video, you can download the selfie, you can kind of spark the response, and I'm not entirely sure what that does. It may just generate conversation around it. You can move the order of it, you can duplicate it, or you can delete it. These are my responses to I think the student. So let me just update. I think I'm good. Now we kind of see this is a response to the original video, and both are now active on my grid. So let's go back to my grid in general. This is where all of the grids or classes I've ever created will live. Notice in the demo for video, we've got 3 topics and 2 videos. If I open up the topic, in other words, the prompt, you can see that Flipgrid has given me one called Ideas, which I've made inactive. It's given me another one called Introductions, which I've made inactive. And then it's got the actual demonstration I just made that is now active. If we look at the student screen one more time, we should be able to see the, let me just refresh. We should be able to see that his is posted. And if I open it up, it looks like the 3 colors, red, yellow, and green. Notice that there is a response underneath, and other students could chime in and reply to this particular student. So if you click at the responses, you're going to see circles all the way across. Of course, you can also like the video. This is just a reply to the video. All right, so pretty straightforward. I think the updates are nice. You're not going to have to use passwords anymore, because now when people log in, they're going to be at the westgenesee.org domain. Just make sure when you set it up properly, so that as you are editing your grid in general, let's go back to my grids, and you want to take action on it. I'm sorry. You want to take action with the pencil. You want to make sure that the email domain westgenesee.org is properly set up for my classroom or school. Hopefully you found these videos useful. Thanks for listening, and if you have any questions, feel free to get in touch.